In some overnight news, we're waiting to find out more what could have been a shooting in the Duke City downtown overnight. Take a look. This is what it looked like about second and gold, about 2 o'clock this morning. We did see a number of bullet casings on the ground.
Then over at 3rd and Central, police surrounded a silver and black Cadillac. There was a clip from a gun found near the car. Police haven't said if they have anyone in custody at the scene. They did tell us, however, that it appears that no one was shot. We'll, of course, keep you updated. We've been asking APD for the lapel camera video from the officer who first shot at homeless camper James Boyd in the foothills. Well, we know that there is something about that video that has the FBI's attention.
But Albuquerque's police department keeps insisting you cannot see it because the feds say so.
We're not going to release anything until we get proper authorization from the Department of Justice.
But we have gotten hold of a letter the FBI sent Police Chief Gordon Eden, and it never says APD needs the federal government's permission to release the evidence. It only requests that APD's, quote, release of evidence be delayed if possible under the law enforcement exemption of the New Mexico Inspection of Public Records Act. Well, Greg Williams with the New Mexico Foundation for Open Government says that basically means APD needs to follow state law and can only withhold records that reveal confidential information or people accused but not charged with a crime. He says the law is clear and that exemption should not apply in this case. While Mayor R.J. Berry seems to be eager to get the results of the Department of Justice investigation into APD that includes looking at the Boyd shooting, the Albuquerque Police Officers Association is saying not so fast.
The organization's president claims the issue is larger than what could be in the DOJ report.
We know there's a huge problem in this state, and the unfortunate part for our department and then for our officers as first responders that we have working the street is they're the ones that have to deal with these mentally ill people on a consistent basis because we don't have any help for them in this state.
Union President Stephanie Lopez also claimed APD has been micromanaged by the mayor's office based on a political reaction to public perception from the recent shootings. The union also says officers aren't getting a say in how to fix the department. Mayor Berry says he doesn't want his letter to the DOJ to be taken negatively.
This letter should not be taken as an indication that I have lost my faith in the men and women of the Albuquerque Police Department.
The mayor's office expects to get the DOJ report sometime soon.
Either drivers in the Duke City are getting better or they're just not getting caught these days. We found out Albuquerque police are pulling over fewer people, giving out fewer tickets, a lot fewer. As a matter of fact, back in January 2009, APD pulled over more than 12,600 drivers. This January, it was close to half as many. Tickets are way down too. APD's union says a shortage of police officers has left little time to fully enforce traffic laws.
They don't have the ability to stop this car or that car for moving violations because they're constantly humping from call to call to call. If there's not enough officers on the street, all they're doing is taking calls for service because that's all they can handle.
We called an APD spokesperson for the department's take on why the number of tickets the department is writing has plummeted, and we never got a call back.
The chief of the Bernalillo County Metro Detention Center is leaving his post. Ramon Rustin says he is taking time to focus on personal and family obligations. In his 3 years as chief, Rustin tackled the jail's overcrowding problem, which led to paying to ship inmates to other states. In his last day, which is on Monday, an interim chief, by the way, has not been named. We'll keep you posted on that.
Well, today the U.S. Supreme Court could decide if it's going to hear a case of religious freedom versus civil rights from right here in New Mexico. Back in 2006, Elaine Photography here in Albuquerque refused to take pictures of a same-sex couple's commitment ceremony. The owner says it violated her Christian beliefs that she thinks are free speech. But the New Mexico Supreme Court didn't agree, saying her refusal to photograph the ceremony violates the state's discrimination law. The photographer is now appealing to the U.S. Supreme Court. 5:05, we know New Mexico is in an economic incentive battle with 3 other states to get Tesla's multi-billion-dollar battery factory and more than 6,000 jobs it'll bring.
But some state leaders are warning against getting overly lax with tax breaks.
In the past, we've made horrible mistakes in how we lure big businesses to New Mexico, and through a series of events, they sometimes have proved to be disastrous, which have caused New Mexico state taxpayers a lot of money.
Some Democratic lawmakers say any deal should make sure that the plant hires locals and that Tesla works with UNM and the national labs on the battery technology. The governor's administration is staying tight-lipped, though, about the negotiations. New Mexico is up against Nevada, Texas, and Arizona in the fight to get the Tesla factory. The city of Tucson has produced a video you see here to show what Tesla and Tucson, the city of Tucson in Arizona, can do together.
We know that if you are a pioneer, you belong here. Welcome to the new frontier.
Tucson made its formal pitch last month. Tesla hopes to make a final decision this spring.
Back here in New Mexico, crews are set to go back underground at the WIP site today to see what caused a radiation leak back in February. And this time the trip could be a lot more dangerous. They went underground for the first time since the leak Wednesday to install air monitors and communications equipment and say they did not run into any radiation, but they plan to go deeper into the mine today and they think they will encounter some. The Department of Energy says that leak was low level and it contaminated a total of 21 workers. Well, we want to make a few bucks and be part of the November election here in Bernalillo County. Head to New Mexico Workforce Connection today because the county is having a job fair for poll workers. You do have to be a registered voter and you could make up to $11.40 an hour. The job goes from 9 to 1 today. It's at Workforce Connection off Mountain Road near Edith. You can also apply online. Head to KRQE links for the application.